Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, in the world of cool cars, let's take a walk around for a second and look at this, and I'm going to tell you why. First off, this is the original color from the factory. It's called Carousel Red. A lot of people think that the Carousel Red is really red. It's not. It's the orange, just like the Judges were Carousel Red, and everybody loves an orange Judge. So this car came from the factory coated as a 72. 72 is the paint code for Carousel Red. And this one here has some really nice options and features as well. On top of the fact, it looks fabulous. So throw in that's the original color of this car, the fact that it drives great, and it has some really cool options. And I think what you got here is a car that's, I say, one of the better catches out there. And on top of it, it's not very expensive. In the world of muscle cars that are out there, some of them are really expensive. This is really actually quite affordable. So we'll take a walk for a second. I want to show you some detail stuff. And this is the stuff that you need to be looking at, because all of you are looking online at these cars, and you really need to check this stuff out. So for instance, like this right here. Let's see this. See how you can see all the type font in the paint? You can read everything crystal clear in there. That's what you need to get the person who's showing you another car, our competition, right? And see that they've done the same thing for you. So for instance, like this right here, this car has been painted in 3 or 4 different steps along the way, which is again, the detail part. They seal the car, they prime the car, then they paint the base coat on the car. They wet sand it out, okay? Then they go ahead and they lay on the black stripes. They wet sand that out. Then they clear the whole car. And the reason why that's important to you is that as you wash and wax this car over time, the stripes would tear along the edges and fray. And by having the clear over top of it, you never touch that part of the paint, which is really very nice, so it lasts a lot longer. Again, you can see if you come on up here, how fabulous the paint is on here, okay? All the chrome is new, all right? Headlight buckets, headlights themselves, the grills, front tag bracket. You say, well, what's the big deal about having a front tag bracket? Well, it's all these little things that add up that make a restoration a really nice car. You could get the car back that you didn't even notice all these things are missing, and then you're going to be spending thousands of dollars, okay? All right, so come on around here. I love the 17-inch wheels on this car. I think they just look fabulous. I love torque thrust to begin with, all right? And they got high-speed tires on, and they're a much bigger footprint than the factory would have given you. There as well. So this is kind of a cool original style custom as well. And again, we're going to look under the hood and show you a really, really nice feature that a lot of these cars did not have. Okay? All right, cool. Let's take a peek under the hood here. All right, so this is nicely detailed, and this is the way you want to do it. So come on in here for a second. Like, see the detail of like new horns, new wiring, okay? The decals that are done in here. The engine is painted the correct color for 1969. Pontiac had 3 or 4 different colors along the way and blues. And if you don't get it right, you go to a show, you're going to get beat up a little bit. This has power brakes on it. It has power steering. One awesome, awesome feature, it has air conditioning that works. And that's really cool. And as we get a little bit older, the air conditioning is really nice to have, especially when you take out, the kids or take out another couple in the car. It gets to be a hot August day. This is going to really come in handy. So it's dressed up nicely under the hood. We can add a little more bling to it if you wanted to. So we could add chrome valve covers and a couple other nice little features to really dress it up if you wanted to go that route, which could be, quite honestly, just a nice little touch to push it over the edge. All right? Anyway, you got over 300 horsepower in here. We rated it at 325 is what we were told. I think it maybe makes a little bit more than that, but we'll just leave it at 325, and you can enjoy it there. I don't know if it spins the tires. I've heard it could. Just throwing that out there because I would never speed. You probably see me on the highway, 55, right-hand lane, flashers on. That's me. All right, cool. So I really like it back here. So this is painted gloss black to match the stripes in here. The glass is tinted, which makes it look even more sinister. All right. And then for now, we get into the custom aspects of the car. We looked at the 17-inch torque thrust. We looked at the cool stripes on the car. Okay. We would, if we were in the game, we'd actually put the right key in the car. Okay. And check this out. Matching audio system here. All right. Amps on the side. This matching subwoofer cover right there. There's a little bit of lint in the back here. All right. Which is really very nice. This is nicely detailed, nicely done. Just a cool, cool car. And again, this is a cool car for not a gazillion dollars. Is one of the reasons I love so much about it. And once we get inside, it's even better. All right, so come join me in here where you're going to spend most of your time. All right, you know what I love about that? This has new weather strips and things like that, so listen. You close the door, that's a solid door. All right, so another luxury feature. It's got tilt wheel, Awesome orange houndstooth interior, circa like the 69 pace car. Totally goes with the outside of the car and looks great. It's got cup holders in it. Check out all these cool row of gauges right here. Digital sound system, okay, that we talked about. CD, satellite, MP3 player, plug it in. This is showing about 6,900 miles since the restoration. It's got Autometer gauges all throughout here. Custom dash built for the car. New carpets, headliner, visors, all the stuff in here that makes it just a wonderful, wonderful car. And quite honestly, these seats right here, these are custom muscle car seats, right? And so they're a lot more comfortable than the original style bucket seats. Plus you can ride in this car for hours. And again, the air conditioning. Here's the satellite antenna right here. Billet vents, little touches. I love the 3-spoke wheel, all right? All right, so let's close up the video and run down some of the highlights of what we looked at today. Not to mention, this is a great looking car. It's original Carousel Red car. Love the 17-inch polished torque thrust on the car. Factory air conditioning, tilt steering wheel, full custom interior, which is super, super comfortable. Power steering, power brakes, right? Some things we forget to ask about. 500 watts of sound system with the subwoofer, speakers, digital, satellite, those kinds of things. It's all the things you'd do to the car if you could own it yourself, but you'd spend somewhere $40,000 or $50,000 trying to duplicate this car. It's got a nice modern suspension underneath where it has sway bars front and rear, gas shocks, coils, things like that that make it just a very different ride that you might expect from an old car. So anyway, rolling down the road, hope you can visualize yourself in it. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about the 69 Firebird Custom.